The 3 L's for leadership. First L is learning. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. They go hand in hand. If you're going to be a good leader, you're going to have to be learning. Always be willing to learn. Listen, we learn to stay relevant. Just what we're talking about. What's the latest? And not just the latest with technology. What's the latest thing going on in the city? Latest thing going on in your neighborhood? What's the latest thing the kids are up to? Sometimes we get so caught up in talking about trees and sewer and water. But what about the people? What's going on with people? As we keep learning, it helps with diversity. How many of you all have someone that lives in your neighborhood that's a different race than you are? How many times have you realized that sometimes, according to your race, you may think differently? How many of y'all have someone that speaks something other than English in your neighborhood? How do you communicate with them? So you learn it. Gotta make a friend, and then you learn some key words, like you learn how to at least say hello, right? We learn how to say hello. So we continue to learn so that we can be diverse. You learn. I encourage everyone in your neighborhood, have a multicultural fair. Try different foods. Try different things. Last one is knowledge is power. Right? So when you know, then they can't take that from you, and you know what you can do, because then you can bring people together. You can help to empower them with the knowledge, and then you can move some things forward. Lead or leading is the next L. Time check, somebody? I got 7 minutes. Listen, people ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader leads, and the boss drives. How many of y'all have been in a meeting that should have been a leader? They were acting like they were the boss. Right, because a leader is different. They lead the people, right? But you don't tell them what to do, right? You just help to steer the ship. I always use it. You just helping to steer the ship. But there's lots of people on there. It's not for you to tell them what to do. You just kind of help keep that train on the track and going in the right direction. Well, the first thing I want to talk about for a minute is know your role. I'm going to use church for an example, just because I can pick on church. If I'm in church and my role is to be the usher, if I'm going to be the usher, am I going to be the preacher, the deacon, the trustee, the choir director, and the choir, the youth director, or am I going to be the usher? But you got to know your role. People get it twisted. I'm going to go back to what Ms. Laura said. You're not to be the boss, you're to be the leader. So what does the leader do? Keep that in mind. It's not about your agenda. You're just here to lead the people. So a leader in a community meeting, what do, Sadie? They open the meeting up, right? They give space for other people to have comments if need be. They introduce or they help to pull in whoever needs to come in and speak. And they help to problem solve when need be. And they grow people. I want to say that again. And we grow people. That's going to be important. And we don't do that a lot of times, so I'll talk about why. Lead by example. Don't tell me to keep my trash out my yard and you got trash in your yard. Don't tell me, don't have your kids down at the park and your kids are the ones sleeping at that. We lead by example, right? If we want good neighbors, then we should be a good neighbor. Be the best leader that you can be. I do a lot of work now that they say Miss Donna used to be, but I am not Donna Newton. I am Sadie Blue. And I'm going to be the best that I can be at doing my job as Sadie Blue. And I love Miss Donna. She's my mentor. But I'm not her. Be open-minded. We talked about that already. Be willing to learn something, try something different. Be sensitive. I wasn't very sensitive to Miss Brenda when she was telling me about the people and the kids in the park. So, I've seen this happen. As a leader, we have to be sensitive, acknowledge what someone says. Someone said that, even if we can't address it right now. Balance. I'm probably going to end up picking on Susan and some of you all on the executive board. As a leader, it's not your responsibility to show up at at every single other meeting. You can designate other people to go, but you have to have balance. Like community meetings are good and we need you all engaged and all, but don't put it so far out there until it's getting on your nerves and you're not having time for family, for fun, for relaxation. Okay? Sometimes we get so overwhelmed as a leader and we gotta have balance because you're burnt out. Last thing is choose your battles wisely. How many of y'all agree with that? Is everything worth fighting about?
No.
No. Some things ain't worth fighting about. And choose when you decide to take on that. Because sometimes it ain't the right time. Let go or letting go. It takes more energy to control than to let go. Instead of knowing that you've done a good job or the best job that you can do, doing what you can do in the time frame that you had to do it, and then let go. Why did I use that? Do you know that we have good leaders in communities, but they don't know when to let go? They don't know when to say, okay, I've served my time. I'm realizing that it's time for me to not leave the meeting, but to let someone else have a chance to lead. And when we don't know when it's time to go, we mess up the good stuff that we've done. And sometimes we damage everything because if you've been doing it so long and nobody else has been helping you do it, and then all of a sudden something happens and you can't do it, do you know nobody else knows what to do? Because we can't force people out. We can begin to have those adult conversations and make sure that they understand that they're still valuable. We want them there, but we just need to switch leadership. So it gives someone else another chance, a different chance, and they might have different ideas. And so I will suggest to you, as you all are in your communities and your meetings, and if you're on executive, that you think about that. Sometimes you might have to put terms on it. The longest that you can serve is 10 years maybe. And then we got to switch. That also sets up people to understand in your bylaws or whatever. If you say, I'm at 8 years, that makes them think, oh, she only has 2 more years. We got to start, not her, we got to start thinking about who's going to be next. That's why I said, who's your successor? And you don't start grooming them the month before you're going out of office. You start grooming them way in advance. And you say, well, how do I figure out who that's going to be? You could ask her, is anybody interested? Give them 6 months of walking with you so they can see.
Sometimes that doesn't work, but when it works, it can work really well.
And I appreciate that. Did you all hear that? So at some point, the vice chair understands I'm in this position and I'll be moving up, which is great because then they're getting what they need and they'll be ready to. And then you put somebody else in that position, and it's kind of a rotating thing. So whatever works in your community, mentoring before and after, I just talked about that. Don't leave the group just because you leave the position. If Susan or Linda decide to step down, I still, when I come in here, I expect to see them here. And listen, when you step down, you can then enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can look back and say, wow, they're doing a good job, and I helped train them. That's not trying to be big-headed or have a high ego. That's just saying, look at that. Now they can do it. Because if we teach somebody well, then they'll be able to teach the next person, hopefully. So, you ever heard of each one reach one? Have that in your meetings where you always say, I want everybody to bring somebody new to the next meeting. And you even want young people. Because sometimes it's going to be the younger person even. But what happens is, I go to a lot of meetings, the same people all the time. I'm like, what is? And you say, well, they won't come out. The next thing I ask, and I'll try to be smart now, is what you talking about? Are you talking about something they care about? Or what you talking about? And so, sometimes it's not always easy to find that person. I will tell you that, and I understand that. And that's why I say we have to always be trying to reach out. Man, can we talk for a few minutes? We sure would love to have you at a meeting. I know your schedule is busy. Could you come for 30 minutes of a meeting? I know you got to do kids' homework and cook supper, but we sure could use you. And I just made them feel like I need them, right? Not like, if you can, come. No, I need you. That's how we get people in.